minimizing charisma, maximizing intelligence, shooting someone in the crotch with a cannonball, thrust, propulsion. It's science-y.
Why you always gotta be blowing my spot up like that? There are my runes. There they are. I'm not mad. Science needs art and art needs science. They both need each other to function properly.
There are ways to figure out what the paper is really saying.
And then I'm ready to get on Twitter and yell at people about doing their own research on...
Oh, hold on there, sports fan.
Kyle Hill, everybody! He's the next generation of science communicator. I'm gonna be too old at a certain point to do those terrible things to my body, and it'll be up to you.
He's got like a lion's mane. This guy's amazing. Kyle Hill.
I'm Goo Rambo.
The universe is indifferent to you. Whether or not you have amazing hair, the universe doesn't care.
How are trees pushing past this pressure limit? Ah! Behold, my balls. Now we're getting somewhere, but I still don't think it's worthy of G.R.R. Martin's suspender.
I'm totally right? Post up photos of my frickin' hair? Is that what you all want? No, you don't, weirdos.
Kyle Hill. Is your last name actually Hemsworth? What's going on?
Our resident Thor lookalike?
I prefer Black Friday Chris Hemsworth.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, you know, if you need a haircut... No, of course not! We're not gonna send sharks with frickin' laser beams on their heads to an asteroid. We're gonna nuke it. You don't need Bruce Willis at all. Wrenched. Oh! Headshot! Oh! Kevin, turn on the monitor. Kevin, this transition better work. The blast doors can't. Kevin, turn it on. Kevin, call his agent and have them call my agent.
Kyle Hill, happy birthday. Feliz Navidad.
I'm just a biologist. I don't know how this works. This is how you do science. Can I just grab it? Oh. Laws, corollaries. Bye-bye.
I know that global catastrophe isn't the most fun thing to think about all day unless you're me, so...
Are we gonna do some science, bro?
Lasers don't have that much momentum.
That's not how clockwise works.
Don't worry, you can do this even if you are not an AI.
Completes the boundary layer around a person through a dynamic.
And I guess it matters what kind of dragon we're talking.
What you realize here is that the bigger the thing does...
This kite is...
Hey, Posty. How you been, brother? Yeah, it's been a long time since I saw you on the intro of one of my videos. How you been, man? What? You just got back from playing New Year's Eve in Vegas and you're playing the Super Bowl? What a Chad. I bet people are just saying congratulations now, huh? What? Oh. No, I'm not gonna pay you $15,000 just for naming one of your songs. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Sure, I'll challenge you to a competitive Magic the Gathering match. All you have to put up is your copy of the One Ring. If I lose, you can have my hair. Yeah, that's right. Oh. This is post office Malone? Oh. Sorry. How much is it to renew my P.O. box, by the way? What? That's a lot. I'll talk to you later. Love you. Bye. Hey, chat. Welcome to the facility. Of course, I'm your administrator. It says right up there. And this is my overseer's office. If that's how you want to put it, welcome to what is perhaps our last episode of Fallout. We'll see. Welcome. We are now at over 300 science times in the Fallout series, the most we've ever had in a series. After that, you all voted. I think we are going to do Doom, the original, well, not the original, but 2016 Doom after this. And then maybe Doom Eternal. We'll see. That might be fun. Hello to everybody in the chat as I'm seeing on this giant monitor. Or is it perspective? Happy to see everyone here, all the regulars, all the facility gamer members. Dave Breen, Giannis, Heidi, Magnum Dong, Billy. It's Magnum because it's big. Newbies. I Shoot Portals, haven't seen you in a while. Nice to see you back. Jared. Giannis, haven't seen you in a while. Welcome back. Aaliyah, my thirstiest member. Welcome. Heidi, Blue, Andrew Jones. Welcome. Chat, if you haven't voted at the top of the chat or at the bottom, you see right there. It's 50-50 right now. What are we gonna do? I've advanced. Let me set the scene for you. I've been playing off stream a little bit, chat, and as an experiment, I beat Fallout 4 many times. But as an experiment, I tried to see how far I could get in faction quests before I had to murder one of them. And so I'm actually right now at the point where I either murder the Railroad for the Institute and then use the Brotherhood's giant robot to shoot down their giant blimp, or I go with the Railroad and fly a bird up to their airship and then blow it up with strategic bombs. And then I probably, after that, have to murder all of the Railroad. But you can choose in the chat right now. Normal viewer, keep up the fun, gaming, and educational stuff. Oh, thanks for mentioning that. Chat, welcome. I'm full daddy phase. Look at this. I'm a full zaddy at the moment. Noted Science Zaddy. Chat, welcome to the facility. Your portal, if you will, to all the education, entertainment, enlightenment underneath the stars, woo, and beyond, way up there. I'm your host, Kyle Mann. As you also see in the chat, we posted a new science video up just a few minutes ago. So if you want to cue that up, it's on the main channel. What do you mean main channel? Well, that's my day job. My day job, explore and explain. As I said, we have a video about science's biggest fraud. Pretty interesting, short one, but a fun one, I think. I got to play with a Galton board, if you don't know what that is. It's cool. So check that out. Put that in your Watch Next playlist on YouTube. But here at La Facilidad, we like to game. And what the hell day is it? It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday gaming day. Because I have no set schedule. Yeah, if you choose Laser Robot, then we use the Institute's hacking capabilities, and we reboot Liberty Prime, and it shoots big lasers out of its eyes and then blows up the Pridwin. Galton board is spelled Galton. It's Thursday, mate. Oh, wait, it's Thursday, mate. Says Joel, one of my Australian friends. We do have new donation incentives today. You can have me stream in an Australian accent, a cowboy accent, or Arnold Schwarzenegger, which I really don't want to do. But chat, if you've already watched the new science video or you're going to watch it later, and you're wondering, well, what am I doing here right now? I'm so glad you questioned me on that. Jeez. That tripped me out for a second. That definitely tripped me out for a second. Chat, welcome to the gaming wing of La Facilidad. Where, of course, we're not inside a monitor looking at infinite versions of ourselves. We're inside the gaming wing, two 27-inch monitors in front of us, split right down the middle because I can split my eye muscles like a Jackson's chameleon. Get to the vertibird. Come on, do it. Come on, just kill me. Come on. PS6 behind me, 75-inch monitors to see what you're saying. What we're playing, as you can see, Fallout 4, have it all ready to be booted up. As I was going to say, our priority today like it is on all of our gaming streams, is Science Times. We are up to, do it now, we are up to 50 Science Times last time, which I think is a record, putting up to 307 for this series. If you want to see me struggle to understand nuclear physics for another 45 minutes at the end of the stream, check out the last one. But it's time to jump back in to Fallout 4. So if you have thoughts on the poll, strong thoughts on the poll, do it now. Because all I have to do, the only thing I have left to say is welcome to A Scientist Plays Fallout 4. First thing I gotta do, I gotta turn the audio back up because I usually turn it all the way down when I'm just sitting here sipping the claws, you know. Wasn't that 2 streams ago? No, that was last stream. Am I crazy? No, I did that again, Chompy. You fell asleep. I'm up to level 63. Look how many hours I have in this game already. Science Times, that's what we are emphasizing. Let's get it back to 0. Silverwalker, how much mass does the moon/Earth need to gain to keep it floating away from us? I don't know. Off the top of my head, I'd have to do the calculation. But right now, the moon is floating away from us slowly. The moon is slowly floating away from us at a few millimeters a year? Or is it a few millimeters a month? Something like that, Science Time. So the moon is slowly floating away from us, which will have an effect on the Earth, the tides, etc., etc. So where are we? We can either jump aboard a vertibird and arm it from the inside, or we can kill everyone of the railroad, initiate a giant laser robot with the Institute, and blow up the Prydwen. It's 2 centimeters per year? Okay, so, yeah, so 200 millimeters per year. My friend thinks nuclear power is great, but doesn't want another Chernobyl. What can I tell him to reassure him of nuclear power's safety, says Isaac P. There are numerous well-known problems that led to Chernobyl that no modern nuclear reactors have. The biggest, and you see the difference in something like Fukushima, was that the reactor number 4 in Chernobyl did not have a containment building, did not have a giant building with concrete walls lined with steel many feet thick. So when it exploded, it just exploded out into the atmosphere. There were explosions at Fukushima in multiple reactor buildings, but the containment buildings were not breached. And not only are the designs different for the reactor buildings, Chernobyl has a now well-known design flaw called a positive void coefficient. So the positive void coefficient means that as water boils in the reactor, and you want it to do that, to make steam, to turn turbines, to make electricity, the more voids that there were created, the reactivity would go up. Modern nuclear reactors, or differently designed nuclear reactors in the United States at the same time, had negative void coefficients. So as more voids were created by bubbling water, more voids were created by bubbling water, the reactivity, the overall reactivity of the reactor would go down. And so in a worst case scenario, if all the water started boiling away, the reactor would just go down to shut, and then go to a less reactive state. So the Russian or the Soviet reactor was called an RBMK reactor, and we don't make those anymore. So that's the difference. I'm going to close the poll so my guy can stop freaking out. We are going to kill the railroad and use the robot. Let's do it. Kyle, what was heavy water and its use in early reactors? Why did it not work for making the bombs? Says Tully Quinn. Heavy water is deuterium and tritium, or deuterated and tritiated water, and deuterium and tritium being isotopes of hydrogen with extra neutrons. And I think they were using it as a moderator in early reactor designs. And moderator meaning that it would slow down neutrons, very high energy neutrons coming out from these fission reactors, fission reactions inside of a reactor, slow them down to a point at which they would more often than not cause chain reactions. So that's what moderators are, and that's what water often does in modern reactors. It cools the reactor and it moderates the reactions. And that's part of that negative void coefficient, right? If all the water goes away, then there aren't those slowed down neutrons to continue on the chain reactions. The reactivity goes down in the reactor, and you don't have a meltdown or something bad going on. Why they didn't use it in the bomb is because deuterium and tritium are fusion fuels. So you may be thinking about moderating a reactor. Maybe that's what you're thinking of, and we just went with normal water. In the United States, because I don't know all the reasons, but heavy water is expensive. And, but deuterium and tritium are for fusion reactions, for like a thermonuclear bomb. Where is she? Time to die. Time to put on a big suit of armor and murder the railroad. So what do we got? I'm gonna make it.
Next person that asked me to shag is getting a well-placed kick, if you get my meaning.
I'm gonna have a flavor win with the railroad, and I'm going to fire railroad spikes into their crotches. It even does choo-choo. Get in this bad boy. Is Kiri still with you? Yes, she's the love of my life. You really know your science. I'm guessing a lot of what I said was wrong. It is a lot of metal, baby. Look how cool she is. Look how hipstery I made her. Look at that. You'd find her in Portland. I just remember when in Oppenheimer, he thought the Germans using heavy water was a mistake. Says Tully. Yeah, so the Germans went with heavy water moderation instead, and that turned out to not be as efficient or easy to make. I forget. I do know what you're talking about, but the United States went with regular water instead of heavy, deuterated and tritiated water. I'd have to read up on that again, but you're correct, Tully. If someone can put the exact reason in the chat, that'd be good. Do you ever, like, I feel like I learn a lot of these things. I'm not even a nuclear engineer or anything. I just learn a lot of these things, and then I make videos, and then I tend to forget specifics pretty quick, and that makes me feel really bad. Turns out if you don't use something every day. Hamstray in the chat. Heavy water moderated reactors can run on natural uranium. RBMKs can also get the void coefficient negative, but enrichment is needed. Hamstray giving me technical knowledge in the chat. So was the problem... So Hamster, I think the difference was, so the Germans were going for heavy water moderated reactors using natural uranium that didn't need to be enriched, and the United States was going on enriched uranium, but with normal water. Am I correct there? And the difference there being that enrichment is a intensive process where you have to change the concentration of the uranium isotopes in the fuel, where 99 or whatever it is, the vast majority of uranium in natural uranium, as Hamstray is pointing out, is uranium-238, and you have to change that to enrich that so it's more of a percentage, like 3 to 5% of uranium-235. Anyway, I believe that is correct. And I have a rocket pack! Yes! Do you think thorium reactors will ever make it? I still need to do a video about thorium reactors. I feel like I get a comment about it every week. Okay, so chat, I told you about my experiment trying to get as far as the railroad, because I don't know what happens if I blow up the Pridwin with the railroad and then go back to the Institute. Does the Institute be like, oh, you already did our job for us, still kill the railroad? I don't actually know. I've never done that. But you guys decided to kill the railroad. I have to kill this woman.
Wait too long. The Brotherhood could be back in here any minute.
X-Ray Lucas, give you your last chance for me to not kill this woman, Chet. X-Ray Lucas, after your last video from Fukushima, I was wondering if you could explain radiation measurement units and the use case for them. This is X-Ray Lucas, PL. So some units relate what radiation does to human tissue and human bodies, like health physics. The game's kind of quiet? Like what you would concern yourself about in health physics. And some units are just for the energy of the radiation or the disintegrations per second. So it has nothing to do with human bodies. So disintegrations per second would be becquerels. That's just raw disintegrations per second. Doesn't say anything about what it does to the human body. And then a contraction of that would be curies, which is like, I think 10 billionths. 1 becquerel is 1/10 billionth of a curie, something like that. Because sources can be very radioactive, so sometimes you contract it. Same thing of using like parsecs instead of just light years, which is 3.23. Of course, you know that. And then, so those are like raw radiation units. There's also rads, Rentgens, and REMS. And then the units that directly relate to like energy deposition and effect on human tissue are like sieverts and grays. So everything that you've seen me measure in Fukushima and Chernobyl and other places is in sieverts, usually micro sieverts. And those are all measurements of radiation, but they have different applications, as you were saying. But I was reading a nuclear health physics textbook in my free time because, and a rule of thumb that I've been using is SG100RRR. So 1 sievert roughly equals 1 gray, roughly equals 100 Rentgens, REMS, RADs. And that basically speaks to their effect on the human body. Those are roughly equivalent. Something like that. Chat, I know other stuff about science too. I mean, I know we're playing Fallout, but... Sorry!
You should wash your hands after that. It can be unsanitary to handle the deceased.
Oh, man. That was funny. I'm glad that happened in one shot. Where's this other guy? She says, Sam, I'm coming home, which is kind of sad, but, hey. Chat, you wanted me to do this. Look at me. I'm a death machine right now.
Okay, guess it was nothing.
Oh, it's something, baby. Oh, it's something, baby. Let me get some more railroad spikes in here. Choo-choo, baby! This is what you wanted me to do, Chad. Anything that happens next is your fault. Just remember that. Choo-choo. 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 Choo-choo, railroad.
Oh, there is to be fighting.
Choo-choo, railroad!
Your enemies have been dispatched.
Choo-choo, baby! Liz in the chat with the 10, I should mention that we do have those donation incentives too. If you want, you don't need to. I don't need your donations, but I always appreciate them, of course. Tiny human question of the week. Why do we get purple or blue circles under our eyes when we don't get enough sleep? Also, my hamster is awake. Yay! That's from a young man named Alex. I don't know. Why do we get bags under our eyes when we don't get enough sleep? I don't know. I actually don't know. Sometimes the most important thing in science to say is, I don't know, chat. You know what I said the other day to myself that Arya laughed a lot at? I have a big blind spot about plants. I don't know very much about plants. I know a lot about animals. A moderate amount about, like, space and physics. But, like, I don't know much about plants. Apparently, you're rubbing your eyes a lot when you're tired, and that bursts tiny blood vessels under your eyes, leading to the bluish, reddish bags. That would make sense.
What's that noise?
Yes, what is that noise? It is your impending death!
I suppose we should dispatch them.
Grenade! Oh God, don't look! That's sad too. Crotched! Oh! Imagine getting a railroad spike in the nerds. Oh, the crotch of my leg. Oh. Drummer boy, drum on that beat, baby. Hey, drummer boy, it looks like your heartbeat stopped. Woo! Where's everyone else? Curie, I'm glad that you have such a good moral compass and yet you don't really care about... Choo-choo. You don't really care about me murdering all these people. Is Pam in here? Uh-oh. Are we cool? Are you and I... Are we cool?
Professor, your arrival was not calculated.
Oh. Okay. Hey, if you're cool, I'm cool. Empress Gabrielle with the 10. Thank you, Empress. Two-cone universe question. Linear algebra at the moment. Are you trying to activate the Winter Soldier? I have no idea what you're talking about. Jason McGee, welcome. Who did you side with, Disgruntled Taco? I'm siding with the Institute so I can take over a state-of-the-art facility and turn the Commonwealth into a scientific paradise. Also, chat wanted me to shoot Desdemona in the face with a railroad spike. So, so I did that. I have the best base armor. I think I have the best armor in the game. I'm a machine. Gabrielle with a 199 again. Sorry I couldn't answer your question, but you stated it in the form of nonsense. That's a pretty good quote. It's a pretty good quote. Yes, you did. You guys voted. Y'all voted. Chat, did you see that the Doomsday Clock has stayed in place? I was going to work with the Bulletin of Atomic Scientists to announce the Doomsday Clock stuff, but they weren't willing to tell me in advance, so I wasn't able to prepare. That's fine. You can keep... keep your secrets. That's fine. Where are the other people I gotta murder? That's fine. But the Doomsday Clock stayed in place. That's interesting that they reach out to your boy, huh? I'll be honest, chat. Usually I do pick the Institute because I want to be a big science boy, and so I do usually kill the Railroad. But I did 100% this game once, so I do know what all the endings are. And the Railroad ending is just kind of like... It doesn't really go anywhere. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, you destroy the Institute, or you nuke the Institute, basically, And then you're like, oh, we still have to save synths. Like,
I'm tempted to join the railroad and all this shit.
where are
I
you?
don't know. People gotta do something, Dad.
When did you start to care about synths?
Like, once the synth production is gone, then what's the point of you? You were the most famous nuclear person? That can't be true. Is it? Where's this man? All I know is I got a spotlight and a nuclear stomp with his name on it. Oh God. I think we're immune right at this moment. Well, yeah, Oppenheimer's more, yeah. That's not what they're talking about. Am I safe up here? Am I safe up here? I think I am. Bye-bye. Split in half. Now, who wants to get railed? Chat, calm down. Chat, calm down. Where is this? Target avoided. Where is this guy? I ascend! Having the jetpack kind of breaks this game a little bit. I hear something too. Where is this guy? I don't want to fight here. Oh, hey. So here's the thing. I believe we're supposed to file the police report, yes? Are you inside here? Why are you inside here? Red Hawk, welcome. Nanoku Enigma, are you having a stroke? Has anyone really been as far as even decided to use even go want to do more like? What are you talking about? I think the game's bugging out, chat. It's bugging out. It's not expecting me to be up on the roof there. What's that gun? The grenade launcher? No, it's a railway launcher. Shadow, calm down. Nanoku, that question sounded like what that Miss America pageant winner said about like world peace or Iraq or whatever she said. Ben Wolfgang, yes, we are going to reboot Liberty Prime. The angle of my dangle. Do you ever have a dream where you were you and could try to, but then you wake up and you're dreaming? What? X-Ray Lucas, can you explain the meaning behind the graphics on your shirt from today's episode? Or is it just fun graphics? It's not just fun graphics. I will put it in the chat, the link to purchase said shirt if you want said shirt. But they're based on shop.kylehill.net, but they're based on nuclear waste warning signs, 10,000 year lasting nuclear waste warning signs.
Gonna splatter your
brain! Uh-oh, nuclear guy. Just a second. So they're based on 10,000 year nuclear waste warning. Oh, Curie, are you okay? 10,000 year nuclear waste warning signs. So there was a study in the 90s about how we should warn the future that there is nuclear waste buried somewhere. And from that report, a lot of cool designs were I thought they were interesting designs with very funny wordage and sorry, I'm murdering. Very funny wordage that they expected to be still intelligible 10,000 years from now or whenever. And so I turned that into merchandise. And I think it's been our most successful merchandise. And it's my favorite. It's my favorite for sure. Now, where is this guy? I have no idea why he's over here, for one. I ascend! Is that you? There you are, buddy. I ascend! Yeet. Come here, Deacon. You're mine. Your bald head is mine. I'm hitting all my shots. Sorry, Deacon. In the end, you just didn't have enough hair. Do photons age if they travel at the speed of light, says Martian Bandit? No. If you could travel at the speed of light, time would slow down enough. Come here, cricket. Oh, wait, you're fine. If you could slow down, if you could travel at the speed of light. Oh, you're back there? Cool. Time would slow down for you relative to other people, such that the universe would age infinitely, and you wouldn't. No, I'm gonna die. No, no, this is what I get. No, no, I cannot rocket underwater. Oh no, I'm gonna drown in here. No, oh no. Chat, you did this to me. Wait, can I breathe underwater? Wait, am I fine underwater? Am I good? Do I have my own? Okay, it's slow going, but we're all right. I heard that you can go faster than light, you go back in time. Is that correct? Yes. Because you could possibly, as we make this little transition, if you could go outside of your own, let's just say, cone of causality, or the things, the places that you're allowed to be and the things you're allowed to do in the universe, if you could travel slower than the speed of light. If you were able to go if you're able to go outside of that cone of causality, defined by the speed of light, then you would be able to basically do things before you did them, or experience things before they happen from a certain perspective. Good morning from Australia. Good luck, have fun, says Kai Fergie. Welcome. How you going? Yes. I thought that was game over, chat. If you die in the past, do you reappear in the same place? What? Hey, Tinker. Bye, Tinker. It was all. See, now that was sad too. It was only a matter of time. Sorry, buddy. Now it's time. Gonna deposit the crap that I got from their sweet little bodies, and then we're gonna talk about destroying the giant blimp in the sky, and I think we're gonna try to calculate how big that of an explosion that would be. What methods of mechanical motion are there? Says Sanibel. Are you trying to get me to do your homework? Do you think aliens exist, and could we one day meet them? Yes. Yes to aliens existing. So as I've said many times and in many places.
Wow. That doesn't look half bad.
Many times in many places, we now think that there are at least... I'll wear you out, Kate. Sorry, I let my inside thoughts go outside. We now think there's at least one planet around each star. And we know that there's 100 billion stars just in our own galaxy. And we know that there's at least 100 billion galaxies. Which means that just on average, there are 100 billion times 100 billion. So that's 10 to the power of 11 times 10 to the power of 11. That's 100 billion. And then if you multiply those two things, that's the possible number of planets in the universe. That's 10 to the power of 22. So now, pick your likelihood of aliens existing. If it's 1 in a trillion, that's still 10 billion planets with life. If it's 1 in 1 quintillion, that's still 10 million planets with life. So my point is, life can be extremely, extremely, extremely unlikely, and it can still exist somewhere because the universe is so vast.
Yeah. Sure. Let me just.
Now, this would change. This would change if we thought there were fewer planets. You know, if we did a survey of the universe and planets were very, very rare. But in our first observations of exoplanets, it doesn't seem like planets are rare. It seems like planets are everywhere.
Been too long since I picked a fight.
I'll pick a fight with you. Something fun about the speed of light is the difference between 99 of C and 99.999 of C. Yes. So, yeah, the Lorentz factor, as it's called, the time dilation of light, the time dilation that comes along with traveling close to the speed of light only gets really, really apparent when you're getting asymptotically close to 1C or 100% of C. So there's as you're saying, 'tis Francis's fault, or 'tis Francis' fault. I agree. There's a big difference between 99C and 99.999C because the closer you get to that final asymptote, that limit 1 or 100%, the more that the universe has to shift around you, both time and space, to accommodate for that speed. And that's why there's time dilation and, you know, gravity dilation, gravitational time dilation, and those kind of things. What am I talking about? Who am I? Where am I? Where am I going? Right. But to kind of close the loop on that previous question, I don't think that there's good evidence that aliens have ever visited Earth.
I'm not going to miss everyone complaining about insufficient power level.
I activated a nuclear reactor in the previous stream chat, so the Institute has no want for power. That's for sure. How do we calculate how many galaxies are in the universe, is X-Ray Lucas? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not going to speculate. I would guess it would have to do with massive surveys of the sky and estimating masses and stuff like that, but I don't know.
And so, the work is done.
What, do I need to get on your level? There you go.
I know it was likely difficult.
Chase Allen, welcome. Yeah, it was pretty rough. Shooting Desdemona in the face with a railway spike. Well, I mean, it's chat's fault, so it's fine.
I assure you that there was no other way. Their fanaticism wouldn't have allowed it. There is obviously one final threat the Institute faces.
We're getting to the final mission. Or one, it's not the end of the game, but it will lead to the end screen. My friend from Australia, Joel, says, and I quote, "We still don't know exactly how unlikely it is for life to spontaneously begin. Therefore, that number of probability could be greater than the number of habitable planets in the universe." Yeah, that's possible. Yeah, I know. But I'm saying it's in life's favor because we know that life can arise on a planet in the first place. Because you're right there, Joel. You're legend.
Whatever it is, we can handle it. I believe so. But in this case, what matters most is how we handle it. The Brotherhood of Steel covets technology and has made it clear that we cannot peacefully coexist. They will eventually come for us and attempt to take what we've spent so long creating. We need to destroy them before they can destroy us. I hope you're not too overwhelmed.
No, I'm not overwhelmed. I'm just, people don't like when I do business. Yes, destroy them. I don't care. I'm mad now.
We take the fight to them. I'm glad you agree. But
Damn
the
it.
problem with the Brotherhood of Steel goes beyond the edges of the Commonwealth. It's not enough to destroy them here. There are more of them out there in the world, Father. And they too will come for us.
They'll stay away after I blow up their big old shit.
Teach them a lesson, they'll stay away. That is precisely my intent. We will teach them a lesson.
Okay, yes, the Institute does seem kind of creepy and evil when they talk like this, but don't worry. I will be better than that.
We will show them that if they interfere with us, the very technology they value so highly will be turned against them. We will teach them that we can appear at a moment's notice, wherever we please, and they cannot ever stop us. They will know better than to ever interfere with us again.
I will lead them to the light. Yeah, I mean, that's why I chose the Institute in the first place, because I thought I could actually, you know, post-game in my head, my headcanon was that I would lead the Institute to science glory.
She can fill you in on the details. Time is of the essence.
Yes, of the essence. But chat, I mean, what's fun about Fallout games is that there are no, it's morally gray. There are no good guys, there are no ultimate bad guys. Everyone has merits, and things that everyone's trying to do what they believe is right most of the time, except for like raiders and stuff. So damned if you do, damned if you don't. That's kind of what makes the game good. And it gives you good replayability.
Must make you proud.
But just ask yourself this question. Would you rather live underneath a graveyard or here? I mean, I'll live with a bunch of weirdos if I get to live here, you know what I mean? That's what I did in college. So you chose the Institute because science, says Lance Fried. Preston Garvey is not a good guy. Yeah, the Minutemen are harmless, but they don't have a teleporter. You know? How do they make nuclear batteries, and how are they different from nuclear reactors, says Ben Wolfgang. So you may have heard in the news about these little nuclear batteries. What these nuclear batteries do is they continue to decay. It's a way to reuse nuclear waste, in fact, but nuclear material will continue to decay for a long time. What these tiny nuclear batteries do is take advantage of the fact that they will continue to decay. And they're not causing chain reactions like fission in a fission reactor. It's not a nuclear reactor. All it's doing is continuing to shoot off pieces of itself, which can ionize stuff. And ionizing things means removing or changing electrons on atoms and molecules. And when you do that, you can get tiny voltages. And so these batteries are just getting tiny little voltages from nuclear material that is continuing to decay. So you don't get a lot of voltage, but you can get a little bit of voltage for a long time. That's what a nuclear battery would be.
At last, we have power adequate to our needs.
Would it be possible to use the nuclear batteries for harm? I'm assuming they're not radioactive enough to be harmful if they're going to sell them or put them in things. In fact, I know they wouldn't pass any review board if there was nuclear material at a harmful dose being disseminated into anything public, or you know what I mean.
Dr. Lee.
What can I do for you?
I used to work exclusively on the synth project.
It's Liberty Prime time, baby.
To help me with Liberty Prime.
It's that time.
But before Liberty Prime, of course, Full-Hearted Gamer with the $50 donation. Hey, Kyle, hope you're doing well. Had a discussion with a friend about half-life of an element and the environment in which the element is being observed. Is there a general consensus on what environmental factors impact it? In space, one atmosphere, etc. To my knowledge, Full-Hearted Gamer, and again, I'm not an expert, but to my knowledge, there is nothing that affects the disintegration rate or the half-life of an element beyond the element itself. The disintegrations happen randomly in that if you had a nucleus of uranium-235 or whatever, you wouldn't actually be able to tell, mathematically or scientifically, which particle was going to fling off next and in what direction. That's random. But over time, you can generalize the rate into what we call half-life. And so I don't think, again, I could be wrong, but the only thing that affects the half-life is the element or the isotope itself. Whether or not it's in space or at 1 atmosphere, at STP, standard temperature and pressure, I don't think that affects it. That's why you can use RTGs, radioisotope thermal generators, in space. That's why we've used, decaying plutonium to generate electricity and heat for spacecraft. And it still works just as good as it does in the wilds of Georgia. And we did a whole episode on RTGs in Georgia called Nuclear Bonfire, if you want to watch that Half-Life history.
Fine then, is it? Well, let's get to it.
Chad, if you don't know, I'm pausing a lot. Liberty Prime was in a Half-Life Fallout 3. It is a giant robot built to destroy communists. It basically looks like the Iron Giant, but it shoots lasers out of its eyes. And it throws nuclear bombs from its back. It's pretty awesome. Kyle, are you excited for the next Atomic Heart DLC, being trapped in limbo? I'm excited for the next Atomic Heart DLC because it's a fun, interesting, weird-ass game that's super horny. But the trapped in limbo sections are my least favorite parts of the game. I'm assuming... I'm going to go ahead and assume they were making it during the time when Only Up went viral, and they're going to try to do like an Only Up kind of thing. But I like the combat. The combat and the soundtrack.
Dr. Orman, over here, please. It's time.
What now? I'm still working over the code that the robotics sent over. The algorithm is a mess. It's not even close to peak efficiency.
It would seem we've run out of time. Let's go. We're going to cover the basics of the operation as it stands now. Dr. Orman has done most of the prep work, so I'll let her explain.
Okay, thanks. Is this really exciting, or is it just me? So, you know that the Brotherhood's main operation is at the airport, right?
I'm aware of that,
yes.
Okay, good. If they were a little less intelligent, we wouldn't even be talking about this. We'd have just swarmed them with synths. But they're not idiots. They've managed to generate an EM field that's messing with our ability to relay in.
Sounds like a ground assault will be necessary then.
Did I miss anything, says Chloe Smith. Just 15 science times. Science times, Chloe.
So the immediate area around their encampment is a no-go. They don't, however, have the entire airport covered. We can relay you in to a point at the edge of the airport, and then you can get in and take down the generators.
We'll have the element of surprise, if nothing else.
Yeah, exactly. Me as a 3,000-pound big blue boy won't tip them off at all, I'm sure.
Can organize a real defense. For every generator you take down, it means we can start relaying in synths, giving you even more of an advantage. And, oh, I almost forgot. Take these.
I like her already. So the game plan is to storm the airport, smack the heck out of some EM field generators, electromagnetic field generators, whatever the heck that means, and then relay robots into their butts, and it will destroy the rest of their area, and then reactivate a giant communist-destroying robot to fire giant laser eyes at an airship, which we will try to calculate the explosion of by estimating its size, I think. We'll see.
Oh, thanks. Grenades. Sure, I can always use grenades.
William Green. Hello, Kyle. Hello, Kyle from New Zealand. Glad I could finally catch you live. Welcome, William. I hope that wasn't too offensive.
No, they're not grenades. This thing, and I haven't come up with a good name for it yet, it basically deploys a beacon marker. Wherever they land, we can lock onto them and relay.
Yeah, I know. I already have them.
We've only got a few of these.
I know. Thank you.
Okay, that's pretty...
I know, right? I mean, thanks. I thought it was neat. But still, it's just to help.
I like this girl.
Your real job will be to reach Liberty Prime.
So, Kyle, Outer Wilds when?
Deal with that, right?
No, the next game is going to be Doom 2016.
What's Liberty Prime?
Dr. Lee can.
Thanks for being here, Sandoval.
Yes, well, the Brotherhood discovered him. An old pre-war military project that never saw the light of day due to power problems.
It's Kyle Bunker Hill, says Nikolai.
They were able to get his reactor running and use him against their enemies.
Dr. Lee is one of the commanders in the upcoming Fallout Magic the Gathering set that you can play as. Will I be on the command zone playing one of those? Maybe. Did I just get a text about it? Maybe. Who could say?
That's quite an achievement.
In objective terms, yes, it was.
Who could say?
But the things I went through, that project included, ultimately caused me to seek out something better. What led me to the Commonwealth and to the Institute. The point here is that in designing the power system for the robot, I had full knowledge of every onboard system.
Elite Popper, welcome from the Netherlands.
Capable of, and precisely how to exploit those capabilities.
We've taken everything we know.
Can I get a birthday shout out from Science Fabio? Jade! Happy birthday! That's all I got.
I think they've done with it in the past 10 years. And this part was my idea. Uploaded the whole thing into a modified sim.
I like this girl a lot.
Capable of delivering the virus directly into Liberty Prime. The little guy is going to be exposed and vulnerable, so you'll have to keep an eye on him. Make sure he doesn't get shot, you know?
Okay, so she, my new crush, uploaded a virus into a synth, and I have to protect that synth as he hacks the communist-destroying Liberty Prime mega robot so that we can take control of him.
With Liberty Prime on our side, that'll give us a hell of an advantage.
He's not going to
Just realize, is that a take on Optimus Prime?
Orders, but he will have his weapons and targeting systems overridden.
That's
and
a good
he'll
Yoda?
Absolutely recognize their airship as the primary communist target in the Commonwealth. So your end goal is ultimately pretty simple.
Yoda does not sound like that, I think.
Oh, and don't worry. We'll pull you out of there before everything explodes.
No, leave me in.
Now's the time to
Never
ask.
give up. Never surrender.
They'll be waiting
Never
for you
pull
in the
out.
relay room.
Chloe Smith with the 199. I appreciate it.
What have I got for backup?
Once the generators are down, we'll be able to throw everything we've got at them. And I do mean everything.
Including my wig.
What happens to Liberty Prime after this?
They'll be destroyed along with the rest of the Brotherhood.
Have we got a plan B?
We don't need a plan B. This will work. Anything else?
No.
No questions. Let's do this.
Very well. Good luck to you.
That one kind of sounded like Miss Piggy. Oh, Kermit! Oh, Kermit!
What? You do not like you do not like moi? But Kermit likes moi.
Nice. Nice. Yeah. Lale lule low. So what are we doing? Are we going for it, chat? I think we're going for it. Wait. No, I'm not. I have to do something first. Oh, okay. Yep, we're going for it, chat. Which means I'm going to use my biggest, baddest weaponry. Because why the heck not? Oh, yeah.
Greetings, sir.
Greetings. Yeah, I know my accent's pretty good. That's why I do it. My throat's a little... Oh. Kermit. What was that, a railgun? Yes. How do I explain to a friend that global warming is real? Is there anything I can use to show them that's happening right now? I mean, this is a tough one. You can't really reason someone out of a position that they didn't reason themselves into, right? So if showing them that we continuously get the hottest year, every single year, or showing them graphs over time over the last couple thousand years, a couple millions of years with the rising temperatures that don't track with the seasonal changes in temperature on the Earth's surface. I mean, if showing them all of that those simple graphics that show the temperature is increasing and it tracks with the beginning of the Industrial Revolution. If that doesn't work, I mean, it's hard to say. Maybe the understanding has to do with the simple physics of it. And the example that I like to give is that, you know, when you have a car, you drive your car, you go park in a parking lot, sun's out, you know that if you leave your car out in the sun for a very long amount of time, it's going to get really hot inside, even hotter than it is outside, or at least it feels like it. Why is that? Well, it's because electromagnetic radiation is coming in from the sun. It's going through the glass of your car, and it's heating up the outside of your car, but it's going into the glass of your car through that. And then when it tries to get back out, it is partially blocked by that glass. So some is reflected on each side, you know, some is reflected on each side, in and out, but some of that heat is trapped by the glass. So you could say that the energy balance is net positive, right? Energy is coming in, but not as much energy is going back out because of this thick glass in your car. And so the car is getting hotter on the inside. Well, it turns out this is exactly what carbon dioxide and methane does in the Earth's atmosphere. It acts like your car's windshield. The car, in this case the Earth, is getting hotter because radiation from the sun is coming in, and then when it tries to come back out, it's reflecting off the Earth's surface, off clouds and ice surfaces and stuff. It's getting blocked by this carbon dioxide layer, this carbon dioxide gas, methane gas, which humans started putting into the atmosphere in enormous quantities starting 100 years ago or so. So the carbon dioxide is the glass of your car. It's making your car hotter on a summer's day. And so you could probably intuit that having thicker glass, thicker windshields, might even trap more heat from the sun in your car. And that's what we're doing with global warming. We're putting more and more gas into the atmosphere, which is making that energy balance even more positive. Clear and basic demonstration. Fill one bottle with air, fill another with CO2. See which heats up more when light is turned off and which takes longer to cool. Yeah, you could do that. You could do that with dry ice if you had some, but don't put dry ice in a bottle and seal it. Do not do that. It'll explode. But what about winter now? We got like 7 days of actual snow. Yeah. Less snow, more weather-related disasters that relate to more water in the atmosphere, higher winds, raising sea levels, earlier fire seasons, all that kind of. I mean, I don't know. I would have to know specifically what the holdup from your friend is. Sup, Kyle? Just saw your science video on Fuji. Science fraud, very cool. Says Ray with a 2. Thank you. Can I date the robot chick from your videos? You said you got a new crush in those robots from Atomic Heart, so she said, so she should be free. Hey, game on, man, says Nikolai with the 5. No, I'm dating all of them simultaneously. Action time, chat. You could use SodaStream bottles, and they're made to fill with CO2. Says tis Francis' fault. I think that's a great demonstration. But I'm trying to think of something you could say to I mean, having them do the demonstration themselves could be very powerful. Okay, chat, it's going to be difficult. I might not read you for a second, but it's going to be difficult to infiltrate the Institute when I'm in when I look like a big murder machine. Look at me. I am death incarnate right now. So, let's get to it. So that's the robot, chat. Let's see if we can... Damn it. That's Liberty Prime. This is who we're reactivating this big boy over here. So let's... go! dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Surprise assault. Fan out.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. I'm the Terminator right now. Dun, 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 dun. Ah! Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Ah! Dun, 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 dun. This isn't the one, is it? Wait, am I hitting the wrong thing? Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Am I hitting the wrong? No, this is the one, right? Am I shooting the wrong thing? Hit. There we go. Teleport in, my friends. Oh, my crotch! Oh! Ah, my body, my left arm! Okay, sound is gone for a second. Sound's back. Where are you? Yeah, you take care of that. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Oh, my crotch! Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Oh, my face! Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Bah 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 bah. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Curie, we're in the middle of war right now. You can't dislike it. Sound's gone. Oh, sound's back. This is Terminator 2, chat. Did he destroy it in the air? That was kind of Chadly.
Leave no survivors.
Ah, my armor! My face! Ah, my body! Go get him! Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. We're just here, just murdering a bunch of racists or speciesists, maybe is more accurate. What to use next? This one. Dun, dun, dun. And this one. Return to goo. Hello from Canada, loving the Terminator singing. Awesome. Hitting all my shots. I'm invulnerable. Can I shoot this thing from up here? That'd be cool. Dun, 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 dun. Time to activate Liberty Prime. Dun, 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 dun. That guy looks invisible. Are you the Predator? Are you one of us? Are you the Predator? I think you're the Predator. Oh no, you're a... Okay. Take care of him. Wait, I want this one. Bomb. Nuclear grenades. Whoop. Well, that didn't... Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Reach Liberty Prime. Shoot his knee crotch. Oh, Proctor, I kind of liked you. Too bad you're dead. Look at this giant robot, chat. This is the giant robot that we're trying to reactivate. Sure, use one of those. Game's almost over. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Activate this bad boy. Yes. Activate this giant robot. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Terminator. I need this guy to survive right here. Ooh, I'm gonna destroy this thing. Wait. Destroy this thing. Come on. Uh-oh. That was bad. Oops. Paladin dance! You're a synth! Fight for us!
Hostile software detected. Communist subversion.
Dun, 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 dun. Hit him! Dun, 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 dun. Where's the airship? Yes! Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. God, this isn't helping. Get back. Get in there. Get in there. Get in there, son. Start hacking that bad boy. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Chat, are you having a good time while I'm just singing to myself? Chat, if you're having a good time, spam your favorite emoji of me.
Targeting parameters.
Yes.
Offline.
He's gonna he is gonna recalibrate, and then he's gonna shoot this thing. Oh, Elder Maxon's in that one. Destroy it quickly. Yeet. Yes! Yes! You fools! Okay. Chat, before all that happens, let's try to estimate the size of this explosion. Okay. Actually, I don't think we're going to be able to do it now, because I wanted to get on this airship beforehand to kind of pace it out to see if we could tell how long it was. Okay. So maybe what we're going to do is something a little bit differente. And to do that, we have to go here. 1 second. Let's do something a little bit differente. See if we can actually, we're gonna do something that I used to do at a little channel called Because Science. And we're going to see if we can't calculate how big an explosion the Prydwen would actually produce. Okay, chat. So what we would do first, if we're trying to calculate how big of an explosion that thing is about to produce, the first thing that I would want to do is know what it's filled with. I'm going to assume that it's hydrogen because this thing is going to explode. We know that hydrogen is a combustible gas. The next thing that we need, once we have that, is we need the rough dimensions of the Prydwen. So what I would do first is I would go first just to a wiki page, because they usually have statistics and stuff like that built in. Is there anything that says how long it is? Long. Let's see if there's any like KM. No. Oh. Any Kilometer? No. Mass? Mass fusion. Mass. Combining elements of zeppelins and naval vessels using mysterious technologies beyond simple hydrogen to keep it afloat. Okay, so it's not simple hydrogen, but since we don't know what it is, us being sciencey people, we have to go with what we know is possible in this universe. So I'm still going to go with hydrogen. There we go. There we go. So now we get to work backwards. This is even more fun. Procter Ingram has managed to keep a 40,000-ton airship afloat for the past 5 years. So now what we're going to do is we're going to use that to calculate. Okay, so let's no, that's okay. So 40,000 pounds. That's how much we need to lift. Now, hydrogen is a lifting gas, which means it is less dense. Science time. It's less dense than air, which means it will have a buoyant force upon it if it's in some volume. And so that's why things with hydrogen, helium, that's why they rise throughout the atmosphere, because they are less dense than the atmosphere. But they're not that much less dense. So you need actually a lot of hydrogen or helium to lift just a kilogram. Let's see if I can figure out exactly how much that is. Chat. Let's see. Let's look up some numbers. Hydrogen being the lightest gas. Let's see. It's only 7% the density of air, but it's extremely flammable. I know. But I need a volume. So it is, let's see here. Chat, are you enjoying yourself? Do you like this kind of thing? $11.8 newtons. Okay. So now we go back to here, okay? So the lifting capacity of hydrogen is 11.8 newtons per cubic meter. You can just put to the power of 3 or just 3 cubic meter of hydrogen gas. So how many tons is newtons, right? And that will give us, if we divide this, that will give us the metric. That will give us the cubic meterage that we need in terms of hydrogen gas, and then we can get some sort of energy density value for an explosive value. This is all what we would do in Because Science. So we get 40,000 tons, and I'm going to assume that's kilograms. So we multiply that times 9.81 meters per second. Chat, is this like having a fun class? Is this like having just a fun classroom experience? So that should give us our weight of 40,000 tons in newtons. We divide that by the lifting gas newtonage value, and that should give us a cubic meters inside of the Prydwen, which is the volume of concrete in the Three Gorges Dam, which is insanity. Let's see. Radius of a sphere. If it was a radius of a sphere, it'd be 634 feet. Or let's just say length of a cube. If it was a length of a cube, it'd be about 1,000 feet per side. Does that look like that could be 1,000 feet? That's not really a cube. That's not a cube at all. We shouldn't use cube. The radius of a sphere 600 feet. So I think this isn't big enough. So the diameter of the sphere that would hold all this gas would be 1,200 feet, or 400 meters, or 4 football fields. So is this longer than or shorter than that? And remember, we were talking about spheres, right? So I know this is more of a cylinder. The Prydwen is 165 meters long. Okay, so if the Prydwen is 165 meters long, and just the radius of this sphere of gas needed to be 193 meters, then this is nowhere near enough hydrogen gas. So this is where the fudging would have to come in. If I was doing Because Science, I would say, maybe they had different lifting gases, or they discovered new technologies, or they had a reactor, with thrusters keeping it afloat, but this is not nearly enough pure hydrogen like you would see in a normal blimp, or helium, or some gas that doesn't explode. So that's not nearly enough gas. That volume does not look right. But now, what we do is we go with the numbers that are accurate in our world, and we try to calculate how much explosive power this would be. So, I don't know if hydrogen gas is just going to have an energy density. Okay, yeah. 120 megajoules per kilogram. More than gasoline. Okay. But a kilogram is a lot of hydrogen. So, it's not enough volume. Okay? That's fine. It's not quite an accurate volume, but if we have 40,000 tons times in kg, which it will automatically convert to kg, that's why I like Wolfram Alpha, times megajoules per kilogram, it's going to give us a joules value, and then we can compare that to an explosive value. 1.4 megatons of TNT. $1.4 megatons of TNT. So another place I like to go to for this kind of stuff is one of my favorite websites, the nerdiest websites ever, called Atomic Rockets. And they have something useful because a bunch of nerdy people doing nerdy comparisons, like something called the boom table. And they have all of these different comparisons for different TNT equivalents or joules. So everything from a carbine round to something traveling at the speed of light, a laser bolt. So what did we have here? 4 times 10 to the 15th. So we're talking about, what are we talking about? W-87 warhead, 10 grams of antimatter, a 7.0 earthquake, the largest pure fission bomb ever made, roughly 1 megaton or so, 67 Hiroshima nuclear weapons. So if all of the hydrogen combusted completely with enough oxygen in the Prydwen when it exploded, it would be roughly 60 to 70 Hiroshima-sized bombs worth of splody. That's kind of incredible, isn't it, Chet? I mean, I think it is, but what do I know? I'm just a science boy. Before we take our first commercial break, chat, let's finish off this mission. Elder Maxon, how did you survive? Come here. That's not you. Never mind. Sorry. Just gonna blow up your legs real quick. 75%. Ah, my face. Where's the bad guy? Is he up there? I ascend! I ascend! Definitely not supposed to be up here. Hey, buddy. What are you doing? Oh! That was Maxon.
Proceeding to target.
Ooh, Maxon's battle code, yeah. Here we go, chat. Yes, the synths come in. I reach.
Resuming transfer.
I'll reach a good vantage point from which to watch the destruction. Here we go.
Finalizing upload in.
Oh, wait. Take all their stuff. Wait, take all their stuff. Wait, take all their stuff before the whole thing blows up.
Updated tactical assessment. Red Chinese presence detected.
Yes. Yes.
Aerial incursion by communist forces.
Yes.
Cannot succeed.
Yes. Just a second.
Initiating directive.
Just a second.
3,
No,
9,
just a second,
5.
giant robot.
Destroy all communists.
Yes, you can take care of the comments, but just let me take all their clothes off first.
Time to go, sir. We're relaying
Wait,
to a safe
wait, I need to make this guy naked. Just 1 second. No, damn it. Damn it. I was trying to take all their pants. That water tastes sandy. That's fun. I'll try some more. Yes. Yes. Now, chat. Was that 67 Hiroshimas? Absolutely not. Daddy mode activated. That looked like my toilet this morning. Great. That was absolutely not accurate to what we calculated, but sometimes when you're doing nerdy calculations and posting them online like I do every day, that's just what you gotta go with. Chat. We are now at the halfway point of today's stream. I can hear some Kevins actually working on my bathroom in the other room, so I have to go check on that, or else they will destroy my bathroom. Chat, give me 2 minutes. In the meantime, I want you to do 3 things. I want you to yeet your controller out of the window. You don't need it. I want you to eat if you have to, and I want you to excrete into your nearest bowl of excretion if you have to. Stretch. Get some water filled with nice microplastics. It's technically not poison. And then you will join me. I look like about 1.6 on the Taco Bell scale. And then you will join me for an unplanned final half of Fallout. Let's see what else we can get up to, what other science we can learn. We're up to 19 science times. If you haven't checked out the new video and everyone complaining that I use BetterHelp as a sponsor, please go watch the video. Give me the benefit of the doubt, that is. Go watch a new video. In the meantime, chat, I will be right back with more science, more education, and more whatever it is that I'm doing right now. I'll give you a hint as to what's in store in the weeks to come. I'll be right back. Chat, welcome back. As you know, if we are to continue... Can I move this to... Oh, yeah. How's everyone doing? First of all, I want to know how you're doing. Scott Willis with the 20. Bridwin has stuff inside the balloon, too. Would that mean people would need spacesuits, speak high-pitched, or die from asphyxiation, or use a different form of levitation? That's a good point, Scott. Yeah, they can't live inside of the area that's filled with hydrogen. That sounds bad. I don't know. Has to rely on some of those hand-wavy kind of things. Speaking of hand-wavy, hello. Welcome back to today's stream. We just destroyed the Brotherhood's presence in the Commonwealthy Wealth. And now I'm not sure what we are going to do, but I'm sure we're going to get up to some shenaniganry. But in order to continue providing you with the highest end science and education that I possibly can, I like to keep my brain fresh by playing a little bit of Connections, which I now have brought up over chat. It's a game where you make connections, but they try to trick you. Create groups of 4. They could be any kinds of groups, from sounds a dog makes to they all are synonyms. Something like that. And chat, as I instituted last week, we will have a rule that if I do not get it, means if I make 4 mistakes, I will gift 5 subs to the chat. But I'm not going to take it easy on you. So like I said, I have this pulled up over Chicky Chat. Let's go. Things a baby would call parents or grandparents? Nah, that's too easy. A poppy plant, a rose plant, or you know what I mean. Flower pot where you get sick ass heroin. Don't do drugs. Rose. Iris. See how they're trying to trick you? Because iris could be like the iris of your eye, or it could be like lens of your eye. Or the lens could be part of a camera. Or the pupil could be part of your eye and a lens. And a cone is also in your eye. I think that's enough. Pupil, lens, eye. I think that's parts of the eye. Ah! Okay. Shuffle it up. This could be rose or rosé. If you're a white woman. These all count. These all count? Resume or resume? Expose. Do they all have pronounced E's at the different expose? Rosé, I was dead on the money, wasn't I? And pate, that's gotta be it. Give it to me! God, I'm so good. But you still have a chance to win some gifted subs, let's see. Smartphone features beginning with the C? Bull crap, New York Times. Too bad, chat. Too bad, chat. I really wish I could have. I really wish I could have. It's too easy. It's too easy, chat. Chat, welcome back to La Facilidad. Happy to have you here. We are now aimless. We are aimless in Fallout 4. We have to figure out what to do. In the Prydwen wiki page, check the local map of the Prydwen. You can see 5 hydrogen containers and their size compared to the ship. Well, they would have to be bigger than the ship, is what I'm getting at. With modern blimps or zeppelins, if they're not made of lead. What they carry, you see, you know, in those blimps that fly over sporting events and stuff, what they carry is just a tiny, tiny, tiny part of the entire vessel because the lifting capacity of those gases is so small. 10 newtons per cubic meter? 10 newtons is roughly 1 kilogram, or 2.2 pounds. 2 pounds per cubic meter? That's not very much at all. So I don't think, even if they're not big enough. It's same kind of reason why the rotors on the Avengers flying aircraft carrier aren't nearly big enough. You know what I mean? What happened? We destroyed the Brotherhood and we blew up Elder Maxon and his Andrew Tate haircut. Not enough displacement? No, it's just not enough. We calculated what? It was like no, I closed the window now, but it was like millions of liters. It's not enough. Not big enough. I don't think so. Anyway, Chad, we have to figure out our own way. Scott Willis announcing that they are about to be a very generous person. It's fine with me. As I say, welcome back to A Scientist Plays. Scott Willis with the 5. Oh! What a Chad. What a Chad, Scott. Appreciate you. As I say, you never have to do it, but I appreciate when you do. Airship down indeed. Nuclear family. We have not ended. Actually, we do have to finish the game. We haven't finished the game. So let's deposit all my crap. Oh, and we could also, we could also start this DLC if you want more Fallout 4, because we didn't do this DLC on stream. I already did all the Far Harbor DLC off stream because I felt like it. We could do that. Or, you know. What are your views on Trump, says Pat Hood. This isn't that kind of stream. So we can finish the game, and then we'll see where we go from there. Let's dump all this crappy crap. Gonna have to... see how much I can salvage. I don't need to do any of this anymore, but I'm so used to... Oh no, that's not what I want to do. What are you doing? I'm so used to doing this with everything that I can't help it. Let's see what I can... Yeah, take all of it.
Life still ain't perfect, but we're surviving.
I'm so used to breaking all of these down for stuff. That's all I can break down? Bullcrap. Do the DLC, it'll be fun? We could, but then that will definitely... that might mean that we do Doom a little bit later. But if you're enjoying all the science, and why wouldn't you? Oops, I took 5,000 kilograms worth of gear. Oh, what a mistake I just made. No, that's fine, I think. Might prevent us getting to Doom very quickly, but if you're fine with that, and you want more of this sweet, sweet science, then we can continue to do that too. It's fine. Ow! My finger, I started climbing again, and my finger felt fine while I was doing it, and it's still not totally right, which is very disappointing, because I haven't climbed in like three and a half months, something like that. Take your junk! What am I still carrying? Oh, all that crap. I don't like mines. Mines suck. Mines are bad in this game. You're always like, whenever you're running away from people, you just end up blowing yourself up. Oh, and I probably took all this crap too. Oh, chat. I don't need all these gourds. Oh no. Oh god. Oh. Woe is me, chat. How long have you been a rock climber? Since I was 18. So a long time. I've had many hand injuries over that time. And now I have a new one that I don't know what it is, and that's annoying. Whoops, I forgot to like the stream. Like the stream, chat! I'm gonna need your help. Because every one of my latest videos is mad at me. So please, go and help them not be mad at me. Thank you. Okay. Beep, 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 beep. It's in the back of my hand. I don't know why. How often do you climb? Well, when I wasn't injured, it was like 2 or 3 times a week, more like 2 times a week. But I've had A2 pulley injuries in 3 fingers, and then now I have this most recent injury that's like the back of my hand. But the back of my finger. I don't know what the hell it is. How do you have so many stim packs? Well, I've been playing for 72 hours. So
Give life to Father.
And I don't use stim packs really.
Many of us.
Have you heard about the guy who climbed a near vertical cliff with no equipment? Yes. Of course. If you haven't seen Alex Honnold's film, it won an Oscar for a documentary.
All maintenance requests should be directed to the facilities.
Where's your jaw and your butt? I recommend it.
Hello, Sean.
Free solo.
There you are. I've already heard the news. But of course you wouldn't be here if it weren't a success. I'm glad it worked, but I'm glad you're safe.
Free solo is stressful, dude.
It's all over.
Ah. But it's really not. It's just beginning for you. The Institute is in your hands now. Lead them well.
I will be the father of the Institute and lead the Commonwealth into an age of science glory.
Once I'm gone, it's all up to you.
Why am I so itchy?
I'll do my best.
I know you will. Don't worry about me. You need to look ahead. Focus on the future. Our time together has been strange, hasn't it?
Yes, you're a weirdo.
I spent years wondering what you were like. Thinking about all we missed out on. I want you to know that I'm grateful for the time we've had.
I'm glad I found you.
As am I.
This is the end of the game, chat.
Thank you, Father. You helped the boy achieve his dreams. I think I'd like to sleep now.
I've lost Sean. All over again. I close my eyes. I see my life before all of this. Before the bombs. Everything can change in an instant. And the future you plan for yourself shifts, whether or not you're ready. At some point, it happens to all of us. This wasn't the world I wanted, but it was the one I found myself in. The Commonwealth. My home. Ripped apart and put back together. I hoped I could find my family, cheat time, make us whole again.
So
But now I know. I know I can't go back. I know the world has changed, that the road ahead will be hard. This time, I'm ready. Because I know war. War never changes.
Make us whole, Isaac. He said it, chat. He said the thing. Why is the combat music happening? Why is... Who am I fighting? Who am I fighting right now? Am I fighting my dead son? Who am I fighting right now? Chat, who? Chat. Chat, who am I? Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Stop it. Gosh. Get those bongos out of my face. Don't mind me, just teleporting into my crap hole. Keep it up, percussion section. You're not getting paid by the day. Who are we fighting? Shut up and keep drumming. Who are we fighting? Stomp? Are we fighting the Blue Man Group? Who's around me? Who's around me right now? Claypool playing the bass. Say, Pepper, do you want to down with me? Say, Pepper, do you want to down by my side? Pepper, do you want to down with me? Say, Pepper, say, Pepper, say, Pepper, Pepper, you see, Pepper, my name is Mid. Chat, if the music starts again, I'm going to hemorrhage. Okay, chat, I'm now in the Pikmin Gallery. The Pikmin Gallery is the site of a serial killer's bloody murders, and we must investigate what is going on, and we must catch him, and he will call me detective, much like the Batman. It's Pikmin's calling card. See, let's check it out. Hey, Chad, welcome back to my channel. Let's check it out. Blah 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 blah. Pikmin was here. Find me if you dare. I appreciate that you know your music, Kyle. I'm a big Primus fan, Booze. No, I need to... No, I'm not... I need to investigate the rest of whatever this situation is. No. Anyone who knows music... Anyone who knows bass... recognizes that Les Claypool is definitely, like, top 10 bassist to ever live. Easy. Easy. He's incredible. Primus is very weird, but Les Claypool is incredibly talented. Really, really good, really creative, really fast, really pushing the boundaries of what you consider good music to be, or just music in general. You think I can't pick a master lock? Look at me. See. Oh, that's hard to do. Pikmin makes all... Oh, wait, I haven't been picking up the tapes. Where are the tapes that called me detective? I like it because it makes me... Be careful. Be careful. I love you. It makes me sound like Batman. Where are the tapes? Papa, do you want down with me?
Nothing.
Chat, the song that I'm semi-beatboxing... Man, Pikmin, it's kind of a piece of work here. The song that I'm bip bop and skit scatting, if you're interested. It's called Tommy the Cat by Primus. Papa, do you want that? I'll pick up the stream when I get home. Appreciate it. Where's Batman? Is it possible to get an HD photo of a black hole? No. You can't bounce photons off of a black hole. The only thing that, when you saw the first image of the black hole that came out a couple years ago now, what you're seeing is the gravitational dilation of light going around the black hole, the accretion disk of the black hole, but the absence of light is what's indicating where the black hole is, but you can't get an image of the black hole itself because you can't bounce photons off of it. No photons are emitted from the object itself. It's not even like really an object. It's like a three-dimensional hole. Try to think of a three-dimensional hole, chat. That'll make you feel weird. I'm doing this little miscellaneous quest because you get a cool knife. Oh, my legs! Say, Papa, do you love a down by me? Say, baby, do you want it down by my side?
There is a lot more of this up here than I was led to believe.
Read you like a book, dummy. What should I use in here? What haven't I used? Choo-choo! Kyle, choo-choo! Kyle, is there a scientific basis for subspace a la Star Trek? The way that it's... well, I think most people, if they had to determine if most people were pressed to say what's the most sciencey way to explain subspace, it'd be like extra dimensions, dimensions that are beyond our 4. But we don't have any evidence that there's extra dimensions right now. It's just mathematical outcomes that maybe suggest in string theory and other theories that there's more than 3 spatial dimensions. But for there to be more than 3 spatial dimensions, it has to be a new dimension that's orthogonal to all 3 dimensions, which is hard to even think about. So if it's going to exist, it's going to be very, 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 very small, hard to interact with, doesn't seem like accessible in the same way that subspace is propped up to be. Spoopy says, nobody talking about the Better Help sponsorship in your latest video, huh? What do you want to know, Spoopy? Pikmin! Science, sorry.
Pack it in, boys. There's nothing out there.
Where are all the tapes? That's what I'm looking for, the creepy tapes. I think Pikmin is hunting raiders down here, basically. Wasn't BetterHelp being outed as an awful and unreliable company? It wasn't outed as an awful company. There was an FTC lawsuit that said it was sharing information with third-party sources when it said that it wouldn't. It then got fined by the FTC, I think, and is now under intense FTC scrutiny going forward to not do that. And I believe that therapy is for everybody, and that mental health is health. Maybe the most important aspect of your health. So I support people's... I support the idea of making access to therapy as accessible as possible, even if it's not in the best possible way that you could possibly think of for a company to be. Does that make sense to you, Spoopy? Niji Knight with the 50. If a man who weighed 160 pounds and had the same weight applied against him as gravity and tried to walk, with every step multiplying by his current weight to the 8th power, how many steps could he safely take if he could withstand 1 billion pounds? Says Niji Knight with the 50. Are you trying to get me to do your homework? Because I think you just put me over the Australian line for today. And you want me to do your homework now. I think my Australian accent's getting worse, actually. If a man weighed 160... Sorry, get some ambiance here. If a man who weighed 160 kilograms and weighed the same... that's too much. Every step multiplying his current weight to the 8th power. So, what is 160 to the... Oh my... Ah, shit. Oh, man. Don't do this to me, man. Don't do this to me, man. Don't do this to me, dude. Don't do this to me, dude. Oh! That's a question. He couldn't take a single step if every step multiplied his weight to the 8th power. He wouldn't be able to take a single step, as something multiplied by itself, especially a 3-digit number, is going to be exceedingly huge. In fact, it's going to be as huge as 4.29 quadrillion. How about that? How about that, chat? I agree on the mental health stuff, says Spoopy, and therapy. It's just there are a lot of people like me that aren't super up to date on all the news about it. It may come off as a cheap sponsorship. I understand that. I understand. I understand. Trust me. Before I take any sponsorship, but especially before I took this sponsorship, I talked with a number of people that had very strong feelings about it, and I turned them down for months before I took it. No ill intent coming here just to ask about it, says Spoopy. That's fair. Hey, that's fair. Do an Asian accent? No, that'd be racist, dum-dum. Like I said, if you do an accent with people who speak English, that's how they actually sound. But if you're trying to do a stereotypical accent of someone who doesn't even speak English, that's going to be weird. Australian... Joel, when I do... So you're from Australia. When I do an Australian accent, you think that's racist? Guys, we're going way... This is not how I... Getting pretty close to ending the stream, baby. Andrew Spore. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to do...
Sure you saw something?
Nobody is going to like any sponsorship that I do, chat. Trust me. I read the comments. And I realized that BetterHelp was recently dinged for sharing information. But, to be honest, every single company of the dozens of which you're probably have given your information to, they all sell your information, chat. They just haven't been dinged about it. Yeah, I belong to banks that have done the same thing. You probably do too. Ow! Why are you shooting me? We're trying to find... Oh! We're trying to find a... Whoa, hello. Oh, I got shot in the heart with a railway spike. That's not what John Bon Jovi was talking about. Shot through the heart with a railway spike. You give love. Oops, I'm fucking dead. Sorry, I know when you hear me swear, it's like hearing your teacher swear. I apologize. Thanks for being here, Janine.
Who's there?
Yeah, Spoopy, I know it's even more sensitive when it's a mental health company, but the information that was being shared, I don't know if that's even, was that confirmed to be mental health information? As far as I know, again, they were dinged and now they're under close scrutiny for it. But as far as I know, wasn't it just, you know, location, age, sex, that kind of thing? Ah! Shot through the heart with a railway spike. Oh, you pinned my head to a wall with a railway spike. Holy crap. That's why I love this gun, because you can pin body parts to stuff. Oh, and you can get your railway spikes back too. Yeah, most is just like census stuff. Yeah, if they were sharing mental health information, they would have a lot more to deal with than just the FTC. Yeah. Thanks for your response, Kyle. Hope my years of ad block have been redeemed with the last 2 or so years of YouTube Premium. Spoopy, I appreciate you being here. You can ask all the questions that you want. I'm accountable. And yes, I still do get a cut of advertising revenue from YouTube Premium. So yeah, go ahead and continue to ad block me if you want. Is the railgun steam propelled? I hope so. What was I gonna say? Yeah, if it's not a HIPAA violation, or else you could search for it. Yeah. See, I look into these things, chat. Oh, what I was gonna say was, look, I'm not employed by YouTube, but I love YouTube Premium. Never seeing ads and being able to download videos for when like I'm on a plane or something like that, or out of the country or in a hotel room. I love it. Shot through the heart with the railway spike. Oh, my chest with my railway spike. Oh, look at that. He just got Bon Jovi. I pinned his hand to the wall with a railway spike. Could you make a steam power? Choo choo. Yeah, premium is good, chat. Like again, I'm not railway spike. I'm not sponsored by YouTube, but YouTube Premium is quite nice. Just doing a little bit of cooking. Chat, I might. We'll see. I might cut the stream a little bit early because I have some Kevins coming over to pick up some footage, and it seems like I might have some damage control to do, which is super fun. Thanks for bringing it up. Why haven't I seen the Pick Man? Why haven't I picked up his tapes? Oh, do they not spawn until I go back to, what's his nuts?
Finally got you.
Oh no, there he is. Chat, there he is.
Thought you could hunt and torture our people to your heart's content?
There he is, chat. Just a second. I'm gonna listen in and maybe explode all their butts. Just a second. Do I have any other? I don't. Okay.
I'm gonna enjoy killing you.
Let's see. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. I want to see who wins. Don't shoot me. Shoot the killer. Here you go. That is a lot of flame for one Molotov cocktail right there. Choo choo. I think I pinned his head to a wall. Choo choo. His gun is so fun. Okay, so choo choo. This is our serial killer. Niji Knight with the 5. Oh yeah, I have to be talking in an Australian accent. Damn. Forgive my husband, he sometimes asks trick questions, but he's been a fan of since Pacific Rim video on Because Science Still Love Their Hair, says Niji Knight. Well, how could you not, mate? Look at me. Hello, I really enjoy your content. Also, Curie is the best as human person. Thank you so much, human person. Chat. Advertisement makes the world go round, unfortunately. So I don't trust this guy at all. Of course not, because he just killed all those people. But I want his knife is the issue, because he's got a really good knife that makes people bleed a lot, as knives often do. I want your knife.
Hi. That was close. Thank you. Those people deserve.
Zerberus says, I've had some Molotovs thrown at me when I was in an armored Hummer. It's way smaller than that. Damn. You've seen some shit, eh? You're a bad guy.
You deserve the same.
You're a bad guy.
So saith one born killer to another. Regardless, I pay my debts.
Listen to how he talks.
You don't owe me anything. I would have done it either way.
That's all the more reason to reward you. If you visit my house again, look deep within my painting, Picnic for Stanley.
Listen to this guy. Does he only kill raiders?
And you will find my gratitude. You'll need this.
Uh-oh. No, I cannot have anyone else with a tiny little ponytail like that. You're giving ponytails a bad name. Oh, so you're just gonna have that railway spike through your face? You're just gonna sit... What are you, Phineas Gage, mate? Phineas, you can't... Wait, where'd it go? Wait, hold, Pikmin, hold still. Pikmin. You're a bad guy. You're a bad guy, Phineas Gage. Choo choo. It's nice and quiet now, chat. Guys, he was a straight up serial killer. You don't want him on the loose, man. You don't want that guy on the loose. Good afternoon, evening, people. More of the accents, please. You got it, No Square. Lockpicking bobblehead by the fire in there, says Chris Roberts. I didn't know that. Did you see how many... Did you see how this... It was just coming straight out of his eye. He's possessed by Uguegultoth, says Mental Shadow. What? What does that mean? I don't know that part of the law. Help defend the checkpoint. What checkpoint? Where am I? Who am I? Where am I? Lockpicking. I'm the lockpicking lawyer now. Railroad spike gun or superheated crossbow, says the Angel Fuji in the chat. I do have a soft spot for the superheated crossbow from Half-Life. Slime drive with the 5. Use the slime drive with the 5 on the 10s and 2s. Use this for science. Thank you, slime drive. Appreciate it. Hey Kyle, big fan. Just became an associate professor member via YouTube. How do I get the Discord link? Says Ken Beatty, or Batty, or Beatty with the 5. Sorry if I messed up your last name there, Ken. You need to link go to your Discord account and then link your YouTube account, and you should be automatically added. You should be, oh, you're right, chat. There it is.
Nice.
Then you should be automatically added to the Discord. It's an insulated not insulated. It's a heavily protected community of a couple hundred people in there, producing everything from from episode canon. They create their own. We have a fully automated Aria API bot in there, just a version of her consciousness that's in there. We have dozens of channels. Get in there. It's the best. Chat, all of you who are members of the facility, the Discord's probably your favorite part of the benefits, right? I made all the gifts, Kyle. Yeah, so if you haven't watched the latest episode, pinned at the top of chat there, that all the YouTube comments said that they hated and that I'm a shill and I'm taking money. I have some pretty spicy GIF-worthy takes in there, if you'd like to see it. Go back to the gallery because I want that knife. That's not a knife. This is a knife. Chat, don't say that around Australian people. It's offensive to us. You don't need to go through Patreon to get Discord access. No, if you become a member at the correct level on the YouTube member page on the main channel, you will also get Discord access. It's all easier though. Where's the gallery? It's all easier though through Patreon, and I also it's hard to do. I also post all the behind the scenes stuff there for the most part, because it's easier. The Discord is okay with you shilling. Well, because you know that my heart and my brain is in the right place. Random people don't give me the benefit of the doubt, but you know me. How do I get in here? I still want to know what Kyle thinks of Flesh and Blood. Well, did you see me play it on the Professor's channel? Where I won that game? A 4-player game of Flesh and Blood? How do I get in here? Oh. I thought Flesh and Blood is great. I think it's really cool. But I'm a very enfranchised Magic the Gathering player, so that's usually what I play. Compared to some of the other sponsors I've seen, yours are hardly even close to offensive, says Daniel. Yeah, come on, chat. Give me the benefit of the doubt here. I'm not a moron, you know? Like, I'm not a big dummy. It's not like I'm I'm making videos, like, I'm not making, like, reaction videos about Sniper Wolf, you know? I'm trying to make educational, interesting content, and sometimes I get money for that. From things that aren't maybe totally perfect to you. I'm sorry. Damn it. Fuck. This has actually ruined my whole day.
Research autopsy and the study of the human body is important.
Do you know what's even better?
This is
There's gonna be even more sponsorships from them because I'm locked in. Here we go. Give me this. Give me this knife. Big Ben's blood. 78 plus 20. Look at this thing. Plus 25 bleeding damage.
I swear I must be going crazy. What the fuck was that?
Let's see if we can upgrade it. Behind the Bastards podcast is also sponsored. I mean, they sponsor everybody. Have you tried BetterHelp? I personally, and I didn't say this in the ad because I haven't. I have not personally tried BetterHelp, but I have multiple people in my life who I love very much who have tried it and have said that it was good and that they liked it. Okay.
This shouldn't take long.
Or will it? Time to try out my new knife. Whoa! That knife knocked his head right off. Curie, don't look over here. I did something, honestly, pretty terrible. I don't know, Kia. You'd have to ask. You can match with like one of 30,000 professional therapists, and you can change them at any time. So that'd be something to ask when getting matched.
I suppose that's something worth building, whatever it is.
Stealth. Increased damage from sneak attacks. Well, I gotta do that. Okay, I can't upgrade it. I wish I could have. I can't upgrade the Blide. Blide upgrade. Do you know how to say, chat? Do you know how to say, Chad, do you know how to say razor blades in Australian? Say rise, the word rise, up, lights.
Most people are good at breaking things.
R-I-S-E,
I enjoy putting them back together.
up, U-P, then lights, L-I-G-H-T-S. Say it out loud, and you will say razor blades in Australian. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'll wait. Give me your bed. Go ahead, say it out loud. Have fun with it.
Sleep well, maybe?
Rise up lights. Rise up lights. Just add a little B in there. Just a tiny little. Just add a little B in there. Rise up lights. Hey! Kyle, go to Dunwich Boars for Krem's tooth. I already got that one. I got that one. That one is... Where is he? He is... Here? Right here. 117 plus 3 plus bleed. Yeah. But the thing is, this Adam's Judgment, even though it is slow, the damage that it does is just insane. I mean, that's what, over 600 damage? Over 600 damage? Use Starlight for your main base. Yeah, no, that is a good one. That's a good one. I'm a Kiwi, so I must refuse on pain of death. Pain of death? This is critical mass, eh? Kiwis just make everything like a little bit high up here. Something like that. Yeah, no, like Yeah, I don't like Sanctuary all that much, but, you know, I started with it, so. Anyway, Starlight from the boys. No, that show makes me feel bad. Chat. I've got to be honest. Given the fact that some of you came into the chat asking about something technical and professional in the latest video, I think I'm gonna have to jump off and see what I can do to assuage the situation. By leaving a comment or responding to people or something like that. I think if I wait to do so, then it's going to be seen as weird. And I don't want this to ruin my day. So I hope you're giving me the benefit of the doubt. Chat, if you liked today's stream, please consider first liking the channel, subscribing to the channel if you want to become a member of the facility. Patreon.com/Kyle Hill. You can join the Discord, the private Discord there. Or you can join it through the membership page on the main Chan. It is a good and interesting video. You can watch that. Skip the ad if you want to. It's fine. But chat, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, night, evening, midsummer's night's cream, whatever it is. Next up, since we were kind of going aimlessly through Fallout 4, if you want to catch up on all of the series from beginning to the very end when we beat the game today, go back, check out the playlist. There's 9 3-hour videos, which is what, chat? 27 hours of science times. Our final count looks to be 328 science times. That's incredible. That's incredible. Look at me. Look at me. Like a lion of information. Next up, I think maybe the next stream will be Doom. Yes. 2016. That'll be fun. It's more sciencey than you think, and it'll be a nice change of pace from slow and plodding looting to fast-paced blam, blam, blam shooting. So I hope you enjoy that. Crispy, we're going to start with Doom 2016 and then Doom Eternal. I think will be the next Doom, will be the next Science Excursions. Chat, like I said, if you want to join us, it's Patreon or the main channel membership. All of those members that I'm mentioning, like Crispy, like Chompy, like Bucket, like Jezeboo, like Scott Willis with the 3141 who says, take a free pie. It's delicious, Scott. Thank you. Scott, you're delicious. Join us there. I'll see you right after this stream is done. Unless I decide to walk into the ocean with concrete shoes. Have a wonderful rest of your night, chat. I will see you next time. If you subscribe and hit the bell on this channel, you will know exactly when we go live. Next time, I hope to see you there. Until then, especially now, right now, today, be nice to each other, especially online, because at the end of the day, this is all we got. See you next time.